And we are back on White Mountains today with Mr. Nate Harvey from Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center / Auto Road. Good morning, Nate. How are you?
Good morning.
Good to have you. You're a man of action. I saw you the other day at For Your Paws Only. You were getting stuff for your dog, and you were like, oh, I'm kayaking, I'm doing all this stuff. What are you up to right now? You guys still doing kayaking trips?
Yep, I just got off a beautiful trip yesterday on Conway Lake with loons and osprey and eagles. Nice. And we do a very popular half-day trip as well in the Androscoggin River. And that's kind of with the current, downstream, beginner friendly.
I was just going to say, what kind of skill level and what's the level of swimmers that you need to be to take a kayak?
We don't often flip those kayaks over in that trip. So you just have to be a floater, not a swimmer.
What we can do.
Just comfortable around water, basically,
right.
And then we put you in the right boat and get you going.
And if people have never been in a boat before, you give them some basic instruction, I imagine?
Yeah, if people have never been in a boat, canoe or kayak, tandem or solo, I do recommend a guided trip because you're going to pick up pointers on your technique as well as safety and some basic things that you want to know along the way.
And what should people wear when they come up for a kayak trip?
Dress for the weather. Most people will wear like a bathing suit and t-shirt, bring a sweatshirt or a windbreaker and be good to go.
Especially at this time of year.
70, 80. Yeah. The morning trips, things heat up around 9:30, 10, and you're shedding layers and you're down to your life jacket before you know it.
Do they need to bring dry bags and stuff like that for gear?
We provide all that stuff. Pretty much just come dressed with a water bottle and a camera, and we're
easy breezy. Yeah. Can they check that out online, or do they need to stop in at the shop?
Well, they need to reserve over the phone with us so we can get some key questions asked. But you can check out some details online. But I would just call and ask all your questions and get the right answer the first time.
How long do trips last for?
That half day, which is definitely our most popular, is like a 8 to 12:30 or 12:30 to 5, of which you're paddling for 2.5 of those hours.
Good.
You take care of all the transportation. It's just kind of a wildlife tour on the water. It's beautiful.
That sounds good, because sometimes you want to go, but even if you own your own boats, loading them up and getting them off, and especially if you have little ones too, it can be a big ordeal. So to bring you guys into the picture, you kind of streamline the process for families.
Yeah, it's called vacation for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So those are still going out half day, full day. Call you guys to reserve.
Yeah, we're still doing whitewater trips too. I have a whitewater tomorrow, so my job's pretty diversified.
Yes, absolutely. Let's switch it back to the outfitter shop now. You guys have a lot going on as far as big deals on the rental fleet.
Yeah, we're selling September 1st. Today's September 1st.
It is. Welcome to September 1st.
This is crazy. I can't believe
it is early. It's
summer is behind us now.
I know. Well, not officially, right? Was it September 20th or something?
I think it's official once you get up and you're like, whoa, it's cold.
Yeah, true. Frost.
I can't walk outside barefoot anymore.
So what's going on with the rental fleet?
We are selling all of our bikes and helmets and stuff like that. So we've got these comfort bikes for adults, just cruisers, all-terrain cruisers.
And do those have gears and everything?
Oh, yeah,
or is it just
20 of gears, 27, 29 gears or something.
Oh, really?
And then some really nice kids bikes from Kona, and some front suspension adult bikes, like you see in that picture. There's a kid jamming down the trail. So that stuff we sell every year, so it's in great shape. It's the latest and greatest as far as, they're not super duper full suspension mountain bikes. You don't need that type of bike for our trails at Great Glen, so we carry what you need to ride.
Especially for the kids' fleet too. They're going to be out of it a year, so you want to give them a nice, middle of the road bike that they can
hand brakes and lots of gears on the kids' bikes too. And obviously, we're selling the rentals, but we're still renting through Columbus Day.
Okay.
So you can rent for 2 hours or 4 hours. We have trailers to pull your little ones or trailer bikes that we rent, and you can just come for a walk or rent some bikes. And
it's a beautiful spot. Let's talk about the location, because I think we've assumed that people have been there, and you should if you haven't, because it is just one of the most glorious spots in this area, in Pinkham Notch, right at the base of Mount Washington. I mean, it's one of those things. I spent a lot of time with you guys this past summer, and I just loved going to work every day because it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, you just gave away that Wildcat
oh, yes.
pass.
I thought you gave away something. I'm like, ooh, did I?
We're just down the street from Wildcat, and so if you've skied at Wildcat, you know the view there, and that's what they're known for, and so are we. We're just got the same view just a couple miles down the street.
And you have a nice trail network, everything from the carriage roads to single track, and then of course the Mount Washington Auto Road, which is one of the oldest, it is the oldest man-made attraction in the U.S.
That's right. It's our 151st season, and it's been a good one being so sunny. Everybody loves driving up there in the sun, but you can do it any day.
Right.
So this will be a jamming weekend for sure. I'd say if you're interested in going up there and spending a little time, do it early in the morning. Like, get going right now. Turn the TV off.
No. Cut.
Sorry. Because there's a ton of people around. It's going to be busy. It's a beautiful weekend.
And it is a popular thing. You can actually drive to the top of Mount Washington and experience a whole nother world. It's going to be chilly up there today. It's going to feel like it's freezing, so you need to be prepared. But you can drive yourself, which they give you a CD that gives you the tour, or you can take a van
and a bumper sticker,
or you can take the guided tour, which is my favorite because not only people can get nervous. I mean, it is on the side of a mountain, so if you don't like that feeling, take a guided tour because not only are the guides awesome, but you can just sit back and relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll do hundreds of cars. People have no problem driving their own car up there, and there's no damage done to your car as long as you follow the directions, and that's like the worst rumor that is ever spread. But if you follow the directions, they'll let you up. They won't let you up if your car's not safe. So they have weight limits and restrictions and stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you choose to do a guided tour just so you can get all that information out of the seasoned drivers, then go for it.
Yep, and they also allow car seats in there too, which I found out a couple of years ago when my littlest was still a baby, and it was so much fun getting up there, and you can spend some time on the summit, and then they drive you back down, so it's a good all-around tour. Now, how long does that usually last, the guided tour?
It's an hour and a half round trip, half hour up, half hour on the summit, and a half hour back down in the same van.
All right, good. So the rental fleet, Mount Washington Auto Road. Of course, you have the Solomon Fall Trail Running Series.
Yeah, that starts
up
next Thursday. That's like a 3:30 to 6:30 or so time trial that we do every week for 6 weeks.
And how many people participate in that about?
Well, it's like 60 to 70 that come up weekly.
Okay, so this is a trail race, and it can be competitive unto yourself because every week you can show up and try to better your time. And describe the actual course for me.
It's on our compacted gravel trails with some mixture of easier single track, nothing too slippery or challenging, because we want people of all ages and abilities to be able to either walk it or run it.
Okay, and how long is it?
It's usually a 5K, a little over 5K.
All right, great.
So you're out there for a good half hour.
And that starts up next week?
Yep.
And then, of course, you guys always bring in the great prizes at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much stuff we give away up there. Yeah.
It is. And do they have to compete in a certain number of weeks to be qualified for that?
4 out of the 6, I think, is the rule for the fall series.
Okay,
so
easy.
You sign up for 6, you show up for 4, and you're into the prize lottery.
And that's good motivation too, to show up every week and get a little exercise.
Pay for the whole thing up front, and it just forces you to get up there and get fit again.
Exactly, get fit again because it's a constant battle, right?
Yep.
But it's a good battle. And then you can go to Outfitter Shop. You guys, not only do you have the rental fleet going, but you also have one of the best selection. I don't know if you've gotten them in yet, the hats. I love the selection of hats you guys get in, the winter hats every year.
Our hats are, anything we had left over from last year is 25 off or 30 off. Pretty much the whole store is 25 to 30 off. And we got some cool summer hats that you might want to check out.
What kind of summer hats?
Well, just like either like nice, really cool, funky sun hats or rain hats.
Really? Okay. So those are also on sale, or those?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. It's September 1st. Everything must go.
There you go.
So along with the bikes we move every year, we ditch our whole kayak fleet, which is 40-something boats, and that can range from beginner whitewater boats to creek boats, all the gear that goes with it, river shoes, helmets, skirts, paddles.
All right, so if you're interested, now
and then touring boats and canoes and sea kayaks.
Of course.
And
the earlier that you go, the better the selection. So
totally.
Starting today. So get on up there. Did we get everything, Nate?
I doubt it, but it's fine. I'll come back.
So much in the store and so much to do right in that area of Pinkham Notch, which is a great natural area. You won't see a lot of buildup. You have a beautiful lodge there that they can get some lunch while they're up there, and you can really spend the day. So
we do have room. I may be involved in this trip or I may not. It depends on what happens when I get in there. But we do have room in an afternoon half day today.
Oh, really? Then that's the paddle.
Yep. So that would be a trip that would meet at Great Glen at 12:30. You'd have to call and reserve first so we can get the boats loaded. Okay. And then that's a guided trip down the Androscoggin. It's going to be a sweet day for it.
It is going to be a beautiful day. Well, Nate, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Online, they can find you at greatglentrails.com?
Yep, or call us at 466-2333.
Okay, wonderful. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more here on White Mountains Today.